Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with your general reading for the week of May 15th through May 21st. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't for those of you liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the new and returning viewers and subscribers and the channel members. Thank you all so much for being here, for giving so much love, so much support to me, to the channel, to the community. I truly couldn't do it without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also want to say I hope that you all had the most fabulous weekend and a super, super happy Mother's Day yesterday. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous day, such gorgeous energy over the weekend. We did have kind of interesting weather here locally where I am on Mother's Day, though. It was sunny and warm, and then the next thing you knew, it was really windy and raining and cold, and then it was sunny and warm, kind of really back and forth. So that was super, super interesting for Mother's Day. Hopefully your guys' weather was much clearer. We had wanted to play outside, do some fun stuff, and it was really back and forth. So we didn't actually get to, but we did get to do some other fun stuff indoors and lots of dinners and yeah, lots of fun stuff, and togetherness, right? All right, let's go ahead and see what the key energy is for you for this general reading this week, Aquarius. What is the key energy, Spirit, for Aquarius for this general reading this week? Let's get actually a few key energies. How about that? Let's get another at least, Spirit. What other key energy might be in play this week for this general reading for Aquarius? Ooh, there you go. Okay. I don't know if that was one or two. Oh, two. See, these cards, all the cards are really sneaky. It seems like there's only one, and then there's like 12. Not really, but you know what I mean. All right, let's go ahead and see what the first energy coming in here. Collision of beliefs, a storm angel. Collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. Ooh, Aquarius. So this could be where that kind of tricky energy that was coming in with the cards is coming through. You might have a collision with somebody else, or there may be attitudes, beliefs, energies, styles that are not quite working together during this week, Aquarius, and that's okay. We're not all meant to get along. We're not all meant to, right, have the same kind of energy, the same kind of beliefs, the same kind of attitudes, right? But there's a potential that some of you may have had this over the weekend with Mother's Day or with get-togethers or just with friends or what have you, that there may have been kind of this collision or kind of a storm. Like this, when I think about this kind of energy, now this is number 35, so number 35 might be something, but also when you reduce or add the 3 and 5, you get 8. So this is a strength card, okay, coming through here. But there may just be this energy coming through this week where there is this wow, isn't that interesting? The two cards that flip out right off the bat are the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles. But there may just be this energy this week coming through, Aquarius, where you or somebody else, it's almost as if the word that's coming through is interesting, but I'm going to go with it because that's what Spirit's giving me. Like your demons don't play well together, okay? Or your spirits or your souls don't play well together. So it could be, you've got styles coming in here. So this could be in the fashion, some kind of fashion sector or fashion industry. It could be, within a religious something, which is interesting, or a spiritual something, because you've got that beliefs there. The attitudes and the energies, that's right. Somebody may be really low vibe and you may be really high vibe, or vice versa this week, Aquarius, and you guys are going to clash. There's going to be kind of this collision of those energies, of those attitudes. Somebody's attitude really could get you, or your attitude could get somebody, and there could be mincing of words. There could be a little back and forth. There could be that a little bit of hot and cold energy this week, Aquarius, kind of like the weekend, the weather yesterday for us, where it was kind of hot and cold and back and forth and sunny and gorgeous. Wow, I didn't even think about that, but that's coming together right there. So get ready, Aquarius, and tune in, because there's some hot and cold, or a potential for hot and cold energy coming through this week. Now, you also have that Nine of Pentacles in the Sun. Where, isn't that interesting that you have that storm? We had this in another reading where there was that stormy kind of energy, and then that Sun energy. So isn't that interesting? Whatever is coming through with this storm, Aquarius, there is this energy of that Nine of Pentacles and the Sun coming through with it. So this is what is coming through with Spirit's energy. This is this energy of treating yourself. So this may be happening, kind of this collision, because you treat yourself. Maybe it could be actually be with a partner or a spouse even. Isn't that interesting? Because potentially some of you, or it could be, energy is fluid. It could be reversed, but potentially you're treating yourself with that Nine of Pentacles energy in some way, Aquarius, or you're hitting some success, and it is irritating, or quite frankly pissing somebody off. Like, your soul or your spirit or your success, or you're treating yourself, isn't playing well with somebody else. It doesn't have to be a spouse or a partner. It could be anybody. Somebody being like, what the heck, Aquarius, why do you get to do this, and why are you getting to do that, or why is this coming through for you, or why is it not happening for me but it is for you, kind of energy. Or why do you get to dress so great, or why do you get to buy that brand of clothes, or however it may be coming through, Aquarius. But there is going to be a clash coming through. You, Spirit is indicating for you, or requesting in one way or another, Aquarius, to stay within your Sun energy, to keep shining, Aquarius. Don't let this derail you, okay? This hot and cold energy, do not let it derail you. Focus in on it, or tune in, allow yourself to tune in and see, but see it for what it is. Don't let it derail you, okay? That's your first key coming in here. The second key energy coming in is witch at the end of the world, an important end, a new beginning. Isn't that interesting? So, Aquarius, within this, there may be an end. It doesn't mean an end of a relationship or an end of a partnership per se. For some of you, it may, but it does bring about a new beginning. This is almost as if this is the death card, right? And this is number 9. So, excuse me, number 45. So, number 45. You got 35 and 45. Let's see if that one's 55. I don't even know if there's a 55, but let's see if we got a pattern going on here. Hermit energy coming through with the 4 plus 5 equaling 9. So there may be a little bit of a withdrawal as well, but there is an important ending coming this week, Aquarius. So it can make space, make room for a new beginning, okay? For a new beginning. It may feel a little bit cold within this, Aquarius, before it turns into that hot, spicy, wonderful, amazing, successful, brilliant energy. Okay, let's see what else needs to come through here, Spirit, with this. What else needs to come through here for Aquarius? What else does Aquarius need to know? Okay, that's too much. Too much. Oh, well, Spirit wants to take it. So you got the Lovers. You see how this works? You got the higher. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So Aquarius, there's a potential now. This is just a general reading, but there is a decision to be made. And of course there is. So it's a potential, Aquarius, that you, with this Lover's energy, there may be, because not only do you have the Lovers, but you have the 3 of Swords also, the 9 of Swords, and the Hierophant. A lot of these could be considered love cards or marriage cards or what have you, okay? There is a decision to be made. For some of you, within this, right, the second key energy, it's an important end, a new beginning. Okay, so it may be important for you, Aquarius, to end something as far as a relationship or a partnership. It could be in love, but it could be in another area. It could be a friendship. It could be within family. It could be something of that sort. What I'm getting here, Aquarius, with this, with the Lovers card and the 9 of Swords here, the Hierophant and the 3 of Swords, is that some of you have really, it's almost as if you're not being chosen, or somebody's really cold around you, but then they can switch that, or flip that switch and be really hot, and you're not really sure, right? And you're up at night and you're wondering, there's that decision that whether this is love, or whether this is, platonic or romantic, or kind of how this is coming through. It could just be somebody who is an acquaintance, or somebody who, is an extended something, or what have you. But it's almost as if they're cold, but they can flash that hot on real quick, or flip that switch, but only when it's required. It's almost as if somebody, like, you're seeing for the first time how fake somebody is, Okay, right? You've got, and some of you are like, oh, I'm not really sure. It makes you nervous. It makes you anxious. It makes you, and you're like, am I making this shish up? Is this real? Is this really happening? Am I being too sensitive? Is it, am I, or what have you, or people are talking, or what have you here, Aquarius? This is a lot of energy coming through here, a lot of energy coming through with this. But some of you feel as if, right, with this Hierophant energy, some of you feel as if you may be being too emotional, being too sensitive, or like you're like, okay, well, everybody else is really united, everybody else is really close. Why do I feel like I'm not when I'm still a part of this, right? And you're feeling that little bit of heartbreak. You're feeling that little bit of with that Three of Swords energy, you're feeling a little bit of that heartbreak, or kind of feeling grief and anxious, right? All of this energy coming together, Aquarius. It's time for this to end. If you're putting yourself in that position, or continue putting yourself in places, like I'm seeing somebody who continues, I don't know why this is coming through, but it may resonate for some of you. I'm seeing somebody who continues to go to a bowling alley, with a group of friends, even though that group of friends is really crappy to them every time, and they're not really friends to them at all, and they talk crap and they say stuff and they do mean things, and it's like I'm seeing like pictures posted on like the social medias like Facebook and stuff, where that person like almost virtually cut all the way out, but just like a little sliver, like an arm or a foot or something there, and them being like tagging them in it, but almost as if they're making fun of them. Okay, Aquarius, if this is you, whether this is at the bowling alley or not, if you're in this space, it's time to let that go. This is an important end, because it is really has that potential of affecting you, and that may be just why there's this collision and this important ending for a new beginning. It's time for you to get out of that space, out of that hot and cold energy. If you're the one putting this hot and cold energy out there, Aquarius, it's time to really get a handle on it, figure out why that hot and cold energy is coming through, and, do what you can, either to limit those spaces where you're in hot and cold energy, or other people are like kind of giving you hot and cold energy, or where you're giving off hot and cold energy, because wherever those spaces are, Aquarius, it's just coming through that those aren't spaces for you. Those aren't your spaces. Those aren't your people. Those aren't your tribe. However that is coming through, those aren't your events. Those aren't your situations, because these people are not for you. Okay, so Spirit really wants you to tune into this message. It's very, very important for you to tune into this message of Christ, because those people are not your people. Those situations, those events are not your events. There is kind of it doesn't play well with your soul. Their demons, or their soul, or their spirit, whatever, and yours do not play well together. And there's a reason, because you guys aren't supposed to be in each other's energy. Only Spirit's indicating, really, good things don't come from that. Okay, good things don't come from that, whether it's that you feel crappy all the time, or that they do, whatever it is, Aquarius. But tune in. It's very, very important. This hot and cold energy is not for you. Okay, now the last card you have here is Angel of Time. All right, some of you are working too hard, but this is coming through for some of you as, yes, workaholic, working too hard at a job or whatever. But for many of you within this reading, you're working too hard to be a part of something, or to fit into something that isn't yours to be a part of, or to fit in. Your tribe, your people, your support, your events, your situations, your good stuff, all that is a plenty, Aquarius, but not within whatever this is for you. And you're going to know right when you hear this, it's gonna snap. You're gonna be like, oh shoot, Spirit is calling me out. Spirit knows. Spirit has my number. Spirit knows exactly what it is. I have been working too hard. I have been working. You know what? It's if this is meant to be in one way or another, I need to like take a step back with kind of that's where that Hermit energy, that 45, even though we don't have the Hermit out here on the table, right? But it's time for you to take a step back. And if this is meant to be, Aquarius, let it come to you, instead of you being like, hey, what's going on? Why aren't I invited? Or being the butt of every joke. It's time for you to take a step back. You're working too hard. Let it come to you if it's meant to. But if it's not, Aquarius, it is time, which Spirit's indicating it's not, it's time for you to stop working so hard for something that you're not meant to fit with, or that your soul, your spirit, your demons don't play well with. I don't like using the word demons here, but that's the word that Spirit's putting through. Okay, it's time stop working so hard. Isn't this gorgeous? The coloring. Oh, Aquarius. And that is number 40, okay, so that's the Emperor. This is this energy of don't apologize for what is right for you, or for who you are, or for pulling your energy back, or for whatever decision that you make, right, with that Lover's card within this Aquarius. Don't apologize for that, okay? Don't apologize for that. Let's get a few more cards here, Spirit, and then we're going to end. Oh, here it is. Where are they? Ooh. And then we're going to end with an angel number for you. So you've got the 5. So you've got 5s coming through here. So you have change here, Aquarius. Definite change. It's time for that ending and that new beginning. But you have the 5 and the 4. Interesting. So you've got lots of patterns. You're seeing the patterns. You're seeing the patterns, Aquarius. For those of you that haven't quite tuned in yet, it's time to tune into that hot and cold energy. It's time for you to see what's really going on, okay? It's very important. Spirit really needs to come through this to come through for you. So you've got the 5 of Swords and you've got the 4 of Pentacles. So see that 5 of Swords energy with that know when to walk away, right? Know when to fold them. It's like Kenny Rogers, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, right? Know when to walk away. I don't know. But you get the gist of what I'm saying here, right? It's time to walk away from this. It's stop working so hard, stop trying to let this important end come to an end so that this new beginning can come through. There's a collision energy. There's those, all of that it's already come through here in the reading, of course, but it's time to know when to walk away. This conflict, right? This energy of working too hard, of trying to fit in or trying to be a part of something that isn't meant for you. It's time to walk away. It's time to move into that 4 of Pentacles energy, of course, where you're very stingy with your time. You're very stingy with yourself, with your physical being, with material, with money, however this may play out for you specifically, Aquarius. But it's time for you to help yourself. It's time for you to protect yourself. It's time for you to move back into that energy of, you know what, I have to make the decisions that are right for me, and where that it feels good, where I feel okay, where I don't feel, for some of you, feeling humiliated is what is coming through all the time, almost like a butt of the joke. And it's time to move out of that, Aquarius. You know who you are. You know if this is for you or not, okay? It's time to get out of that energy. This is not doing anything for you. And working so hard to fit in is just making it worse for you, okay? It's time to get out of it. This hot and cold energy, no, it's BS. Tune in, Aquarius. It's important. Get out of this hot and cold energy. Get out of it. Don't, whether it's yours or theirs, however this is coming through, this is not helping you, and it's actually moving you backwards. It's hurting you. It's hindering you. Get out of it. Don't put yourself in those situations, in those events with those people anymore. Your tribe, your people, your situations, your events are fighting to get in, fighting to get through, fighting to become a part of your reality, part of your life, of course, but you're blocking them by staying in these situations with these people, in these events, whatever this is, however this comes through for you. It's time to stop and get away from it, okay? That hot and cold energy needs to stop, all right? It needs to stop. All right, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. Oh, it is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. Here we go. Sorry, missed it. Another pattern. I almost didn't get these out. You've got 2, I am adventurous, I am generous, number 23, number 24. Look, see, notice the patterns, of course, because those are patterns. That energy is coming, those keys energies is coming through. They're showing up. Tune into it because there's a lot of information here for you, okay? 23, you have a zest for life and you are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest, right? You've got a lot of change. You've got those 5s. You've got that important ending for a new beginning coming through, of course, but you move into that adventurous energy for real. 23 could be significant for you this week as well, because some of you have just been staying in the stagnant energy with the same people, same type of events, same type of situations, and it's hindering, it's not helping, okay? Now you also have I am generous, 24. Yes, you have been working too hard to be generous to other people, not keeping that energy and not being reciprocated. So it's time to step out of that, even though use your generous energy to take care of yourself, to love yourself, to really spread that generosity to people who reciprocate, people who are meant to be in your tribe, or situations or events that are meant for you, not in the space of not of hot and cold. Okay, it says you have a heart of gold and are very, yes you do, Aquarius, yes you do, and are very skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. Okay, you are skilled at it, whether that's been coming through or other people have been reciprocating is not is what is at question here, Aquarius, not you. You do have a heart of gold. Sometimes we, with those heart of gold, can get ourselves into situations, into relationships, into, energies or places where that's not reciprocated, and that's what's coming through with you. Stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones to a fault. That's not on the card, but I'm adding it. You're loyal to your loved ones, to your friends, to situations, to events, to people, to things that do not match, to all the things to a fault. That's what's coming through here, Aquarius, okay? And are able to be the nurturer, protector, provider all at once. You see, that is what you are, but nobody's doing that for you, Aquarius. It's time for you to, really pay attention, tune into this hot and cold energy, and make sure that you are giving more hot energy to yourself instead of all of that hot energy to others. This isn't hot air, but, and receiving all the cold energy back. Caca, I hate that for you. Really allow yourself to notice this. 23, 24, 35, 45, 40. These all may be very specific numbers for you. Also 5, right? Because it's 22 and 3, 6, you've got 8, you've got 9, and you've got 4. So lots of numbers coming, and that's not even including the tarot numbers. These are just these cards of Aquarius. There's a lot going on for you this week. Okay, I've already done the majority of the spill, but I'll end it here. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.